It's the Superpower Face-Off Series on Sports Channel America. Tonight's game features the Dinaмо Riga team from the Soviet Union. The officials tonight, the referee Alexander Fedotov and the linesman from the National Hockey League Ron Asselstein and Ray Scapinello. Toledo, Ohio native Pat Jablonski to play goal. He's been in the IHL with the Peoria Rivermen all season long.
Well, the ISI finals, so the St. Louis Blues are very high on his potential.
And the Soviet team gathering around their young netminder Artur Irbe. Not only Semenov, the line of Semenov, Lomakin and Yashin we mentioned, Momesso and Mackegney are the wings for the Blues. And the Blues shoot the puck in. Play the puck, Roberts does. And the Soviet Union doing some good forechecking. Brett Hull gets it to center ice and nothing more. A minute and a half gone, no score as Hull intercepts. He's got the booming shot to Zezel. Zezel to Hull, deflection, and they score! Brett Hull.
That's a good one to get St. Louis off and running. He had a tough game last night. Come on, can score in the first couple of minutes. We see Peter Zezel get possession of the offensive blue line. Nice little pass. And here we get a little help as the thing bounces up in the air. And young Mr. Hull picks the thing right out of the air and backhands that in. And if there's one weakness of the Soviets is their inability to play very sound defense down deep in their defensive zone. Bad Lewis has got to take advantage of that.
To Varayanov, a 29-year-old, then on to Shashov against Featherstone. Shashov moving in front, and then the drive-by defenseman Durdin goes wide. And Craig Cox headmans to Tony Mackegney. A give and go, and Mackegney from Hurkacz breaks right in, shoots, and a great save, and on the rebound, Paul Cavallini scores. Paul Cavallini makes it 2-0.
This is one aspect where the Soviets are rather weak, and they're very vulnerable to aggressive forechecking, to aggressive play for loose pucks, and this will cause them time after time a lot of trouble. And the rebounds there, not necessarily Irbe's fault, got a little help from the goalpost, but you saw St. Louis reacting quick on loose pucks, and Irbe played that thing very well, stood up on his patient, and the rebound there goes off the inside pipe, and now all of a sudden they jump on a puck and they just bury that thing. And this is a weakness of the Soviet system, a weakness of their style, and Paul Cavallini took advantage of it by coming in late, coming in
first period. 2-0 St. Louis. Andrei Lomakin, one of the great players of the Soviet Union, backhands it wide, and he had some mustard on that backhand shot. Semenov keeps it in to Lomakin, his slap shot, and Jablonski a good save. Znarok's in front, trying to move in, unable to. Shashov, but circling in the corner. The Blues have the front of the net well manned. Chudinov, and that hits the skate of Richter. Quick shot blocked by Richter on Varayanov. 20 seconds to go in the power play for the Soviet Union. Oh, and a great save by Jablonski, and that low shot from the blue line.
I don't see that stick work by a young goalkeeper. He made an excellent poke check. Machine cutting across that goal line and trying to get good position in front of the net to stuff it.
Down to 15 seconds to go in the first period at the arena in St. Louis. And the Blues lead Dinaмо Riga 2-0. Tony Hurkacz intercepts. Hurkacz to Herb Raglän. His shot, he scores! Herb Raglän!
Earlier in the series, we pointed out if this Russian goalkeeper has any problems, you're going to see the problems will occur on the short side or possibly the 5-hole. The 5-hole being between his legs, and that caught the short side. Now, a young goalkeeper or any goalkeeper, again, that knowledge of where he is in reference to those pipes and the angles are very important. Raglän just steps in. He can shoot a puck. He's not noted for being a goal scorer, but he's a big, strong forward with a deep little hole on the short side. And the goalies, as they move from side to side and come out to cut those angles, again.
In betting, Steve Tuttle, Gino Cavallini, and Tony Hurkacz ahead to Gino Cavallini. He'll let her go, and Irbe makes the save on Gino Cavallini.
Gino Cavallini'd like to get another goal. He's playing with more confidence at every turn of the season. A 26-year-old from Bowling Green University scored a dramatic goal when he was at Bowling Green, the 4th overtime in the NCAA.
Some nice moves in front, then a sweep check. Akulainen, oh, just wide. Igor Akulainen had an outstanding opportunity there.
Well, the Soviets are going to have to forecheck a little more aggressively to get back into this game. They turn their whole forechecking patterns over to their two wingers, and their center iceman is hanging out really in the high slot. And the Soviets think they can win those little one-on-one battles down deep. I would like to think to get back in and score some goals, they might have to overload and create some manpower advantages down deep in their offensive zone.
Raglén with Hurkacz and Cox causing the Soviet Union a lot of problems, and Tony Hurkacz scores. Tony Hurkacz, 4-0 St. Louis.
Well, we talked earlier, this is the type of game that the real finesse players of St. Louis Blues are going to get some opportunities to do something. But Tony Hurkacz, and Kurt Browning specifically, see Tony Hurkacz again just reaching around that net, a little wraparound. And the problem is nobody picked him up. And when nobody picks this person up, he's awful dangerous. He's had a lot of international experience coming from the Canadian Olympic team program. The Soviets, they can play their game very well.
Against Mackegney, running in Momesso. Momesso to the net. And he can't turn the pass by Mackegney on goal, and then having the shot wide. And Paul Cavallini keeps the puck in. Cox mixing it up in front with Chudinov. And they're really looking at each other. Chudinov is ready to go as he drops his stick, and Craig Cox, who's known as a fighter in the NHL, does not drop his stick, as if to say, I thought we weren't supposed to fight with the Soviets. The Blues lead it 4-0.
Deep, and only the Russians are only sending 2 in there.
Oh, tunnel tests. Irbe, as does Gino Cavallini. Brett Hull with Pazlowski. The pass to Pazlowski. Shoots, and Irbe makes the save. In front it comes. Ronnie fakes. He shoots. Hits the post. And the puck pinned against the side of the net.
St. Louis almost had another sort of a soft goal or a gift handed to them.
Here's Bennington. He shoots and scores right from the faceoff. It is 5-0 St. Louis.
Ryan Bennington can shoot a puck. There's no question about it. A young, offensively orientated defenseman. And they look for him to add a lot of things. And he led all the defensemen in scoring last night here. And when he gets an opportunity at top of that circle, he can bury it. And you saw the St. Louis forwards going in front of Irbe just to try that little, or if not, the tipping and screening results. And there was a great screen set up by the Soviets.
At the point. Back to Varayanov in front. A great chance, and Jablonski robs Znarok. Oh, boy, did Dmitry Znarok really have a chance there. Here's the drive from the point. It deflects right to Jablonski, and he makes the save again on Chudinov. Very, very northwestern Soviet Union. Here's Tony Hurkacz. Raglén breaks for the net. The pass, and Irbe makes the save as Raglén goes into the board. I believe the referee, Alexander Fedotov, has stopped play. The red light has gone on. Irbe Herbrooks, the goaltender, kind of got pushed back over the goal line. Belявski. Belявski's slap shot and a pad save by Pat Jablonski. 5-0 St. Louis. Chudinov. His shot. Jablonski looks for it. May have gotten a piece of it. And play is stopped. And Pat Jablonski has been outstanding here tonight for the St. Louis Blues. Less than 30 seconds to go here in St. Louis as the Blues will defeat Dynamo Riga. The first time that the St. Louis Blues have ever defeated a team from the Soviet Union. And their fans here at the arena very much enjoying the way this game has gone tonight. Varayanov for Dynamo Riga getting the puck ahead to Shashov. Down to 4 seconds to go. And that'll do it. For victories, the St. Louis Blues and their fans, and they get a shutout tonight in front of Toledo, Ohio native Pat Jablonski, a first-year pro goalie. And there are smiles galore here in the Gateway City tonight.
St. Louis played very well. They acquitted themselves very well. Their coach said, even though it's an exhibition game, we're going to show up because anytime you pull on the sweater, we want to put our best foot forward, and they did that tonight.
Now the traditional handshakes at center ice. The Blues get back to NHL play against Philadelphia here Saturday night. And Dinámo Riga plays their final North American game Saturday afternoon against the North Stars in